piece you're hearing is Symphony Number 25 in G minor. This is my favorite piece by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. To me, this piece truly shows how talented he really was. Andrew Gibbs, the author of 59 Fascinating Facts for Kids about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, wrote that Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born on 27th of January 1756 in the Austrian town of Salzburg. The biography website states that Wolfgang died December 5th, 1791. He died at the young age of 35, but is still remembered till this day. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's early life. The biography website says that Wolfgang started showing signs of his incredible talent at the age of 5, playing both the clarinet and the violin. And after being tutored by his father, Leopold Mozart. I think that is amazing that at the 5 age he could play 2 instruments and compose music. Robert W. Gutman, author of Mozart, A Cultural Biography, wrote, at 4 he could master assigned pieces within the hour. This shows how advanced he was at his age. Gibbs also says, Wolfgang and his sisters spent the next 11 years visiting the great cities of Europe, showing off their musical talents to the royalty and nobility of many different countries. I believe this is how Wolfgang became so famous and how the word got out about him. Without all the traveling, he may not have received the fame that he got. The biography website also says that the sibling travels to the courts of Paris, London, The Hague, and Zurich performing as child prodigies. Gutman also wrote, Leopold wanted it to be known that he never pushed his children. I think that it's great that he never pushed his children. Instead, he let them follow their own dreams. Wolfgang's success. Time magazine calls Wolfgang most extraordinary of all musical geniuses was Austria's Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Time magazine also says, starting his career as a 4-year-old infant prodigy, he wrote during his short lifetime of 35 years more music than most great composers who lived twice as long. I can agree that Mozart was very talented, and I'm impressed on how much music he wrote. His fame started when he was touring Europe when he was younger. Gutman says the imperial family appreciated and indulged Wolfgang. It is impressive that at such a young age he was able to play for royalty. Also, Gutman says Wolfgang played before the French ambassador. I believe this is what helped him to be so successful. Later on in life, he gained more European fame. The biography website shares the opera Dying Femme enjoyed immediate and continuing success, bolstered Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's name and talent throughout Europe. The website also says, toward the end of 1785, Mozart met the librettist Lorenzo da Ponte, a Vienna composer and poet, and together they collaborated on the opera The Marriage of Figaro. This gained a lot of fame, which led them to collaborate together again later on. Mozart's later years. Although he was very famous, he still found himself in debt. Gibbs says when Mozart returned to Vienna in 1787, the city was not as wealthy as it had been, which meant that Mozart struggled to find paid work as a composer. Mozart soon found himself without any money and in debt. His financial situation was serious. I also read that Mozart and his wife were terrible at managing their money. Gibbs also says Mozart had very little money when he died and could only be given the cheapest possible funeral. Towards the end, he produced some of his most famous works. The biography website says between 1790 and 1791, now in his mid-30s, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart went through a period of great music, creativity, and personal healing. Some of his most admired works, the opera The Magic Flute, the piano concerto in D minor flat, the clarinet concerto in A major, and the unfinished workman to name a few, were written during this time. I personally enjoyed his opera, The Magic Flute. The website also says, however, during this time both Wolfgang and Mozart's mental and physical health was deteriorating. It is truly inspiring that even in poor condition he still continued on with his music. In conclusion, I have commemorated Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart for the great composer he is. I like the fact that his father helped him pursue his dreams. Also, I hope this shows you how talented he really was. His music is truly amazing, and I can see why he is such an important classical composer. Without Mozart, some of the other classical composers may have not been motivated or inspired. Although he is gone, his music has left a mark. Thank you.